Hi, this is Brian from Monster Closet. This is a review for the Xbox One version of Titanfall. I know the game's been out for over a week at this point, but I figured you had to give it about a week to play enough online matches to see how the connectivity was, to see if there's a lot of cheaters, how people are playing, if it's really the Call of Duty with bots that it was being touted as by all the ponies headed up to this point. Um, that's what we got. We're gonna do it right now. It is a Xbox One Titanfall review, Monster Closet exclusive.
So here we go. Titanfall, brought to you by Respawn Entertainment. They're the guys, basically, that started Call of Duty back in the day, which is a big reason why people have drawn the comparison between the two. And it's somewhat a fair and somewhat an unfair statement to be made. The game does handle a lot like your traditional Call of Duty does while you are in pilot mode, which is what you're called when you are, not in your Titan. So, speaking of pilot mode, we're going to start off the game with a little training session, basic stuff, running forward, shooting. The only big additions to this game as far as that goes are some wall running and double jumping, which do add a nice element to the game that I haven't played in a long time in anything else. As far as that goes, pretty brief, for the training, and once you move past that, you're going to end up in what they have an option for, classic mode or campaign mode. Campaign mode is like 9 different missions, you could call them, some hard point. Some of them are attrition, which is deathmatch for Titanfall. It's kind of shoehorned in there, to be honest with you. It's not really a well thought out or even imagined campaign multiplayer, which is what they call it. You can basically skip it. The only reason to play it is to unlock the 2 additional Titan chassis. I had no idea what actually happened in the game and don't even care. Really, the star of this, obviously, is its straight-up multiplayer. Really interesting stuff here. The addition of these Titans really changed the way that you would play a standard first-person shooter multiplayer game. It's kind of crazy when these things drop in. It changes everything up. You start running around like crazy trying to not get shot by these giant 40 mil cannons. But you do have some defense. You can use your anti-Titan weapons, which range from basically like the Halo Spartan laser to standard rocket launcher fare. Or you could actually jump on top of the Titan itself and try and pluck away at its brain, so to speak, which is actually very interesting way to handle that situation. Moving on, actually jumping into a Titan at this point. A lot of interesting stuff. Obviously moving a little slower than when you're a pilot. You can see that it's a little more deliberate. They did add a dash button, so that does have some sort of thrust to get away from imminent danger. Weapons on the Titan themselves seem to be a little more interesting, from that 40mm cannon, to a quad rocket launcher, something called triple threat, which just fires off essentially 3 grenades at people. All in all, I'd say that playing as a Titan is a great change of pace for what I'm used to in most first-person shooters nowadays. Game ships with 15 maps. All of them, I would say, are pretty decent, save maybe one. It's kind of a, obviously I think that's something that they did because there's no real campaign here, so they had to give you something to play with, essentially. So, I would say that as far as it goes, Titanfall to me is a great new addition to the first-person shooter, landscape with the Xbox One, and I'm actually I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, and that is my final score. Thanks for listening to this, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm about to tell you that again.
That's it, Xbox One Titanfall review, Monster Closet exclusive. Every Friday, YouTube, Monster Closet. Be there and subscribe, for God's sake.